What is going on, creatives? Tunjik from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel. Before I get to the using your illustration to create a project, I want to quickly let you guys know the importance of having illustration. If you want to make an image serve as the background, you need to put some touches on it that make it serve as the background. And if you want to make the image serve as what should be on the foreground, there's a way you would need to apply filters or effects, or the way you need to play with it that to serve as the foreground. Now, how you make this serve as the foreground is when you make it visible. All right, and that's why a background image should not take 40%. In fact, not even 40%. It shouldn't take up to 20% of the important information on the project. The work of the background is to project the information that you have on the foreground. That's why we always have the background. The background is to project it. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your background serve as the background, and how to make your illustration work well, how to make your illustration serve its purpose. All right, now I have this image from one of my students that I'm going to be using. All right, I already have this illustration I'm going to be using from one of my students. So what I'm going to do here is to check first, which is one of the things you need to do before using any illustration on your project. First, understand the message. What is the goal? What is the message you're trying to pass to the audience? Now, see if there's any elements on the image. All right, see if there's any objects that you notice is not really necessary on the illustration. And another thing you need to do is see how you can simplify the information on the project, on the illustration, so as to make your project look simple. All right, because I see so many creatives make this mistake of when they receive illustration, they just take the illustration and boom, apply it to the project. No, there are some things you need to check. You need to check if there are things that are not necessary on the illustration. All right, so let's look at the image that I received from one of my students with a brief. All right, that we are going to apply to the project. Okay, and let's see what we need to take out and what we need to add to help the success of the project. This is the image that I received from one of my students. His name is Ken, and so let's check out this image and see what is not working and what is working here. All right, now, but before we check out what is not working here, we need to first check the brief. That is very important. You need to first understand the message. All right, because there are times when clients will send you illustration to use, and then you found out that the illustration is not really connecting with the message. So what you need to do before you send a message out, or before you send a mail out to the client, is first check the brief. And there are times when you need to first check the brief before you go check, before you go search for the right illustration for the project. All right, so let's go to the brief now, and this is the brief here. All right, so the brand name is PS Change. All right, and the brand color is golden yellow, and we have the text that said currency exchange. All right, currency exchange, and then we now have September deals. Beautiful. Now we can see here that the title, all right, this is our focus here, all right, is saying something about currency, something about money. All right, and let's go back to our illustration here. Yes, we can see that we have the money on the image already. The reason why the money was blurred out was because of security reason. All right, and so it's good the way the image is. All right, but right now, all right, like I told you guys, that when you have illustrations that you are planning to use on your project, all right, see how you can simplify the illustration so the content, the objects around the illustration is not going to take away from the message. Right now, I notice we have a lot of money behind our subject here, and this would not really give our information the chance to capture the attention of the audience. And another reason why we need to do this is because, the another reason why we need to take the background out is because pictures, images, most time draw attention faster than text. And the text is important because that's what tell people what the project is about. So I already create a selection of the image now. So I want to crop the image out from the background and place it on the background that will allow our text, our information to be visible. So I'm going to hit Control and Enter. All right. And I'll go to select and hit the so I need to be on the layer. Yeah, I need to be on the background layer. So what I'm trying to do now is to crop the hair. All right, because right now the hair of our subject here is not well cropped. So yeah, so I'm going to zoom in. So for those of you that don't really know how to use Photoshop, please, I would advise you go learn how to use it. All right, so I'm going to use this tool here, which is the refine tool here, and I'm going to just select the hair. All right, like that. I hope I'm on the right layer. I'm going to select the OK button. All right, so let's act like this is for social media. So I'm going to create a new layer. All right, and I'm going to give this 1000 by 1000. And I'm going to select the create button like that. Good. So then I'm going to move this. I'm going to be on this illustration tab here, and I'll drag this and drop here. Then I'll convert it to a spark object. Activate the free transform. Now, the reason I'm converting it to spark object is because I don't want to lose the quality of the image. All right, so I'm going to make this bold like that. Now, remember the idea. So I'm seeing some errors here. Yes, I'm seeing some errors here. Can you see that? I'm seeing all this stuff here, which is not really okay. So I'll right click and go to edit content. All right, you see the advantage of converting your layer to a smart object. It gives you the opportunity to go back and refine the image. All right, so I'm going to change this to white. All right, so I want to see where the problems are. So I'm going to select the brush tool here. So the brush tool, and I'm going to look for one of my texture brush here. All right, and I'm going to use that to fix this. Okay. Okay, this is still manageable. So I'm going to delete this now and hit Control S. All right. So let's go back to the project here. Cool. Now, remember, the idea is to make it look like this dude here is lying down on the floor. So the first thing we need to do is to change the color, all right, of our background to something light gray or backspace there. All right. Now, this is not the only color you can use. There are several colors, you can use for this. But because I really want people's attention to, I really want to use the expression on this character's face to draw attention. I would like to use white because the color on the subject here is, we have more of black on the subject, and I need you guys to catch this because the color, all right, the value of the color on your subject determines the value of the color on your background. So if your subject is black, it's better you use a brighter background, all right, to help the projecting of the subject. But if the subject is bright, it's always good for you to get a dark background, so it's help the contrast of the projecting the subject well on your project. All right, so right now I have this, the black on my subject here, and the use of white is best for this. All right, now the next thing I want to do now is, in order to make the project, to give the project this, the floor effect, all right, we are going to create noise, because, you know, like I mentioned at the beginning of this training, that we are storytellers. Part of how we tell story is the putting together of our elements the right way. So right now I'm going to add noise to this. I'm going to go to filter and select add noise. In order to give that flow feel, all right, that flow look, is better we add noise to the project. All right, so I'm going to make my noise a bit lighter, like that, and select the OK button. Then I'm going to select the I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to call this layer shadow. So then, if our character is lying down on the floor, we're supposed to have a shadow. All right, so our shadow, now there's another thing I want to teach you guys. Please never make your shadow 100% black. There's nothing that is 100% black. So let's have a little touch of gray. So I'm going to select the OK button down, and I'm going to select the brush tool. Then I'll go to the soft round brush here. Then I'll turn this off and turn on transfer. Okay, you know what? Let's use flow for the sake of those of you that don't have the graphics tablet. So I'm going to make my flow, let's say 14. Now, the idea of adjusting your flow is, you know, for you to be able to control the strength of your brush. Then I'll increase my brush size. All right. Now, remember, we say the camera is, is opposite the subject. So we're going to act like the light is coming from here, because if you look at the glass of our subject here, you see there's this light there. And that's another thing you guys need to check out whenever you are trying to create photo manipulation, or you're trying to add filters or effects to your illustration. So pay attention to the angle where the light on your subject is coming from. So right now, the light from this dude here, or from this scene here, is coming from here. All right, it's coming from here. So what we're going to do now is our shadow must face the opposite side of the angle where our light is coming from. So our shadow should be somewhere around here. All right, so then I'm going to go back to the soft round brush now and increase my brush size. Now, there's another thing I want to teach you. The sharper your shadow, the closer your subject is to the surface or object behind it. So right now, our subject is lying down on the floor. So which means our shadow should be sharper. All right, our shadow should be stronger here, and then it should now fade out here like that. All right, it should fade out here because the hand is far from the floor. So the shadow behind the hand should not be too strong. It should be very light. So right now, my shadow is too heavy. All right, so I'm going to use the eraser tool to take the shadow away from the hand like that. All right, then I'll go back to the brush tool and then just apply this soft shadow here like that. All right, but for this side here, we need more shadow. Okay, like that. And then for the hair part, please never make the shadow behind the hair too strong, because if you do that, you're going to make it look like the picture is cut out from a paper. All right, so never apply shadow like this behind the hair. It's not going to work. So make the shadow behind the hair light, like very light. Now this is even too strong, so I'm going to just turn my flow down to 5, and I'm going to softly apply the shadow here, and I'm going to fade it out like that. And this side here, I'm going to just softly apply the shadow here, not too much, just soft shadow. Now watch, you notice I did not apply shadow to this side of the project. Now the reason why I did not do that is because, remember what I told you, the light is coming out from here. I mean, the light is coming from this side here, and if I apply any shadow here, it's going to change the message. So I'm going to turn this off, and right now I think I prefer the shadow on the project like this. All right, this is okay. So now look at this side of the money here, is looking razor sharp. So what we're going to do is to stamp visible the project and then blur this side of, the edges of the image, so as to, create that unity on the project. I think I applied the brush here and it's not really okay. Right? Yeah, this is good. Now, I'm going to stamp visible the project by holding out Ctrl Shift Alt and E like that. Then I'll go to the blur to here, and I'm going to make my blur strength 100. Then increase my brush size and just blur this side here, blur this side here, and I'm going to blur this side here like that, because stuff like this, they have what they do to your project. All right, they give it that realistic look. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing here. Now look at this. This is looking beautiful. All right, now let's start adding our text. All right, I have it typed here. All right, so the title, now I always like to start with the title. All right, the title is always the best information to start with. So we have currency exchange, September deal. So September deal should be bolder. So right now, all right, I'm done with all the content I'm to add to the project, but I'm still not really okay with the layout. Okay, and I like that. Then for the icons, guys, let's change the color of the icons here. So I'm going to start with this. I'll double click on it to activate the layer style, and we are going to go to color overlay here and change the color to this. All right, hit the OK button. I'm going to hold on Alt and apply the color to this and this there. Okay, cool. This is making sense. But then if you want to connect the expression on the subject face to the title, then you can now do this. Now, for those of you that don't understand what I'm saying, when I say connect is the expression on the face of the character to the title, is if you look at the face of the character, it gives this excitement look. So to give the excitement look on your text, there are several ways you can do it. One of it is this, and that's the only way I'm going to show you guys here. You can just do this. You can just do this, and no, don't make it get too much. So just position this here, all right, to make it have that excitement look. And this can come right here, but make this aligned to this, and it will still go, guys. It will, trust me, it will. Then this can still remain here like that, and bam, we are done. All right, we are done. So yeah, but before I go, all right, I want to quickly show you guys how I arrange the information on this project in order to help you. Now, whenever you are placing your element on your design project, the most important 3 principles that you need to make sure you make available on your project is: number 1, you need to make sure there's contrast. Number 2 is the hierarchy. Then number 3 is the proximity, all right, which is the grouping of the elements. So right now, this is our focal points. All right, there should be focal point. Yeah, now your focal point is the illustration. Then the contrast is the way you is the doing something that is different, that people are not used to on the project, which is the way I play with the title here. All right, doing something different or creating something that is different from the other information on the project or the other elements on the project. All right, so this here serves as a contrast, and then the hierarchy, which is when people see the contrast, the next thing that people see on the project. So I decided to play with the the contact details as the next thing I want people to see, and then we now get to the services. Now, the fact that I make the contact details the next thing people see is not the only it's not the only thing you can use to draw people's attention after the contrast. And why I'm saying this here is because I want every one of you to know that the design is your world. You have the power to decide how you want people to access the information on the design. And that's the reason why I do what I think I like and what I know is best for the project here. So I'm saying this again for you to know that there's no one right way to achieve a good design. Just have fun. I'm glad you made it to the end of this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to click the post notification bell so you get notified when I post my tutorials. share, like, and comment on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.